So back in February, I started meditating, and I said I'm gonna meditate for the next 100 days, and just gave it a shot, and I've been doing it ever since. And the reason I started doing it was because I kept listening to all these podcasts of top performers and everybody else, and every single one of them was like, oh, I meditate. And I kept hearing it over and over again, and I tried meditating. I wasn't very consistent with it when I was younger, and I was just like, whatever, this is not that great, I guess, or whatever, and it just kind of annoyed me. And then I always got fed up with kind of like the hippiness around it, right? Everyone's like, oh, you just need to meditate and whatever. And unfortunately, I think that does the practice a lot of damage, because a lot of these people just zone out, and they're very hippie-ish about it, and very not exact about what it can do and the benefits of it. And the fact of the matter is, I looked, and there's ridiculous amounts of science and studies backing up the benefits of it. And it's kind of different for everybody how it impacts them, but I can tell you for myself, I'll use it, and I'll do it a lot of time in the middle of the day. A lot of people say to do it first thing in the morning. I do it in the middle of the day, and I just do it to clear my mind, because there's times where you're just doing a lot of work, or you've been in meetings, or you've been on phone calls or whatever, and your brain is just kind of needs a rest or whatever. And I'll lie down and do that, because the other thing that I found is, if you take a quick power nap or whatever, sometimes you can wake up and feel really groggy, and I don't get that from when I do meditation. And then I just feel like I'm way more effective, and I can get things done at a faster rate. I can keep my mind clear, and I just found it to be a good performance enhancer for myself. So if you're in sales and you're super busy and you want to get some stuff done and help your performance, I highly suggest doing it. And don't get all caught up in everything. One of the things I use is an app as well, where I put some music in my ears, and it's sound wave type of technology, binaural beat technology that they use, and it will put different sound waves in your ears to help your brain get into that different brain wavelength state, right? So you're trying to get into like a theta state, ideally. You can even get into deeper states, what they call delta and everything like that. But it helps. If I find it helps, and I use the app called Brain Waves. That's what it's called. It's called Brain Waves, and there's all kinds of different kind of tracks that you can get, and I find that to be really effective as well, and helps me get right into it, and it's been very good for myself. So I suggest you try it and see if it works for you. And I suggest anything that you try, you give it a good amount of time. Like myself, I like to give anything I want to try like that a good 100 days and just see what happens. And that's what I did, and it seems to be working, and I don't plan on stopping. So I'm going to keep doing it, and that's because I also just found all kinds of other scientific research to back up the benefits of it, and I was like, well, I guess this is going to help with a lot of other things too in my life. So anyway, that is it, and I hope you guys like that. I think it can be really effective at helping you be a top performing sales professional. Bye-bye.